How's it going, guys? I know I said I wasn't going to record anything this week, but I've been having a good day so far, and I am still energetic. But today, we're taking a look at the APC TOYS Attack Prime. This is the 1.0 version, and it is a knockoff reproduction of the Transformers Prime First Edition Optimus Prime. And to say the least, this is something I've always wanted when I was a kid. Transformers Prime would be on sometime after school. We would watch it. Correction, I would watch it. And I remember watching both MGO and Optimus, and seeing their videos on this toy back in the day. And I will say, this is no disappointment at all. This is a really nice figure and toy. He does come with accessories. Obviously, he comes with the Star Saber, which is done in a really nice silver. He's got two, I'm deeming them as Energon blades, when in reality in the show it was only silver, but I like this a lot more. He's got a blaster. That's really nice. I think he came with two. I just don't know where. I don't remember if I had it or not. A new head, which we will get into later on. And then a scabber for the sword, or for the Star Saber. Really nice little selection here. But getting into Prime. A lot of the figures from Transformers Prime were translated really well into figures and toys. Bulkhead, for example, same as this Prime. Megatron, the RID robots, and this Megatron, and a couple others. But Prime has to be one of the best. We're just going to put Prime out of the way now and bring in the comparisons, being the RID Voyager class Optimus Prime. This is the Arms Micron version, as well as my San Diego Comic-Con deluxe version of Optimus Prime. And they're really nice compared to each other. Definitely one's dustier than the others. This one was my first official Optimus Prime for Transformers Prime. I bought this guy as well as Terracon Bumblebee just after COVID hit. So yeah, I've had him for a while, same as Terracon B, which we'll get his video eventually. We've already looked at the Deluxe Prime here. It's a pretty good one. Does not compare to this figure though. Getting into transformation, we're going to start by taking these panels where the smokestack is, and we're just going to flip them up and get them out of the way. Next, we're going to grab the roof of the truck, pull it back, and bring them down like so, just not all the way. Now, flip up his head, and this is a pretty neat detail. Let's move my light a little bit. I said move my light, not fall on me. Raise the camera just to show you. Oh, you look inside, there's nice little interior detailing in Optimus Prime's body. That's pretty neat. Got the steering wheel and the center dash. That's pretty cool. I'm going to come to the legs, start splitting everything in the middle. Like so. Flip in his fifth wheel. Make sure his legs are pegged in, or the front of his legs are pegged in and together. We'll fold out his heel. Then we can straighten the legs. Now, we'll come around to the front here. I'm going to separate the grill like so. Flip them around and fold them away. Next, take the nose of the cab, or nose of the truck. Bring it down like so. Flip that up. Then we can rotate that entire waist section around. Next, we're just going to flip down these rear sections, fold them in, bring the nose of his truck to the back, make sure they're secured. Next, separate the arms, bring them out like so, forms up his chest. We can start to bring these up like so. Make sure the shoulders are pegged into the wheels. Bring his arms down like so. Adjust that shoulder pad. Same thing for this side. The light's a little too bright. Now we're going to take this section here, make sure it gets unpegged from that little hole there. I'll just fold it out of the way, flip down his hand. Then that, while rotating, is just going to wrap all the way around his arm. I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. Make sure it's unpegged like so. Flip it up there. Fold down his hand. Then rotate and wrap around. And that is the transformation for Transformers Prime, correction, APC TOYS Attack Prime. And that's pretty cool. And robot mode for APC TOYS Attack Prime is really good. It is a great rendition of the Transformers Prime, Optimus Prime, that was in the show. And honestly, it's one of the most accurate transformations I've seen thus far, other than the Bayverse Primes. When I say that, I mean like who was it? The leader class. There we go. Other than the leader class Optimus Prime, this is a really good rendition of a TV show Prime that translated very well into plastic. And just to get comparisons out of the way, here he is with his Voyager class RAD version, as well as the San Diego Comic-Con exclusive version. And yeah, this is where my stance of I'm happy Prime got a toy in each budget. You got the first edition, the Voyager, and then the deluxe. And yeah, I like this a lot. I like it a lot. Get these two out of the way. Getting into the details, obviously Prime, just like the original release back in 2012, I think, when first edition Prime came out. It's that brownish plastic, and that we saw in the Prime toys. You got the brown right here on the knees, the brown belly, the brown arms, the brown hands. But you know what? It works. I like it. Really nice neck detail there. Nice paint apps. It just needs to be silver. And the back cleans up very, very nicely. Now, he does have an optional head, like I stated earlier, but I do not like the head all that much. and stating the fact that there are minor details on it that throws me off quite a bit. Just gonna try and pop off the head as easily as I can. There we go. So you got your, this is the head that was originally released with the RAD, or the first edition Prime. And I think this was a upgrade head that came out from a third party. And I can already tell you, there are major differences. First off, the head crest is too big. His actual face sticks out more than the face-plated mask. I find his antennas are a little too far back. And the head is a little more round than the original. But once we pop it onto the body, right, so if you ignore all those details, then it doesn't look half bad. But I like the face-plated face better. And this is coming from a Bayverse fan. I like this Prime better with his faceplate on. You're supposed to unscrew it, but I don't have my tools on me. The way he looks with his other accessories, we're going to bring in his swords. And a lot of people, they do just slide them in normally like that. But if you watch the show, you know his swords come out sideways. So we're just going to rotate his hand like so. And plug his sword in like that. Same thing on the other side. And yeah, I like that a lot better. Undo his arm in the process. Yeah, that's a really nice design. Or a really nice look, I should say. Here he is also with his really sparkly gun. That I think is accurate to the original toy. I think the original toy had a sparkly gun. And yeah, that's how he looks with it. It looks really nice. Pew pew bang bang, pew pew bang bang. Take those off now. Come on. He does have a port in his back. It's hard to see. But where that screw hole is at the middle of his torso, we're going to be plugging in the scabber. So this bit here, we'll just plug in right about there. Get that as far as you are comfortable with. Then that allows us to take the Star Saber and store it right there on his back. That's how he looks with that. That's pretty neat. Obviously, you can also take the Star Saber, and if you just take off this bottom hilt, you can slide it right into his hands, like so. And unfortunately, since the way his fingers are molded, he can't hold the sword properly unless you turn it. And then the sword is on an angle, which even then isn't too bad. Give me your sword. Articulation on Prime is pretty good for the time. Head is on a ball joint, obviously, so you can look up that far while utilizing the transformation hinge. You can look up that far naturally. You can look down that far naturally. You can do a full 360. Arms Can do a full spin around, move his shoulder pad. They can go out that far. Bicep swivel, 90 at the elbow, as well as wrist swivels there. Technically has a waist swivel, but it's on a weird axis, so unfortunately can't call it a waist swivel that much. Leg can go forward that far, can go backwards that far before the wheels hit. Has a above the knee swivel, which I guess is okay. 90 degrees of bend at the knee, as well as ankle articulation. So you can get him into really nice poses. And yeah, I think that's pretty much it. If you guys enjoyed the video, let me know down in the comments below. Like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you all in the next one. Bye.